Hi everyone, welcome back to what I'm teaching this week. In this series, we talk about everything I'm teaching my kiddos for a month at a time. I see my kids for a week at a time, and then I see a different group the next week, so I see them about 1 week out of the month ish. And so that's why we do what I'm teaching this week, because I will say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can translate that to, you know, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, however. But I love doing these because you can see what lessons are like in context versus just kind of isolated things. So in this video, we're talking about 5th grade lessons, and we are talking about finishing up Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are working on the musical alphabet is what I'm calling it. So we were online pretty much all of last year and half of the year before. So I'm really trying to like ease my kids in because my goal is to get them onto the pianos. So we are doing things where they are using the letters and just kind of getting used to that idea of like melody going up and down and the letters and all of that kind of stuff before I introduce the staff to them. So that's where we are. Is it the best thing to do? I don't know, but that's what we are doing. So with my kiddos, what we are doing at the very beginning is we are starting with the Mexican hat dance. So there's a bunch of different versions. The ones that we are doing, the A section is you like kick your foot up and you do like 1, 2, 3, and then you clap twice. And so it's like ba-dum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum. Really fun, really easy. And on Monday, that's the only thing we do. Now I'll tell you the rest of it just so you kind of have an idea. So the rest of it is on the B section. We walk in a circle for 8 beats, and then we go the opposite way for 8 beats. And then the C section is typically where you link arms and go in a circle that way. But you know, COVID. So we've just been spinning in place and then switching the other way for 8 beats. So on Monday, we just learned the A section, and then the kids sit down. I tell them that, you know, this is a Hispanic song. We talk about what Hispanic means. We talk about, you know, different countries. We look at the map that shows the countries of all that speak Spanish. And then we look at some pictures of Mexico. And then after that, I pull out a Hispanic song. Like, great, I'm gonna sing a Hispanic song. Can you keep the beat with me? And so I sing the song. It's called Sierra Morena. I found it in the book Vamos a Cantar, which I am obsessed with. It has so many Hispanic folk songs. And if you've been here long enough, you know that I like nerd out about Hispanic folk songs. So Sierra Morena goes, Sierra Morena que vienen bajando, 4 borreguitos y un viejo arando, se queman las calabazas, el que nos abrace se queda de guaje. This song is really simple. It's honestly too simple for my 5th graders, but we're gonna play it on xylophones tomorrow, which is why I want it to be very simple. It's just 1/4 and 1/8 notes, very simple, very stepwise for the most part, and just really great. So we do that, and then I show them, we'll do, you know, I'll have them keep the beat in a couple different places. I'll have them come up with some ostinatos that we can play along with it, because last time we learned about ostinatos, I'm just looking for the correct slide right now. And then after that, I show them the sheet music of it. And usually they're like, what is that? And so I, you know, kind of just give like a rundown. I'm like, this is what music looks like when I'm trying to see what a song sounds like. This is what I'm looking at. And so you can see the rhythms, you know, what rhythms do you see? And they're like, oh, there's 1/4 notes, there's 1/8 notes. I'm like, great. And then it also shows you the highs and the lows. So if something is up here at the top of the staff, then what's it gonna sound? They're like, oh, high. And I'm like, oh, good. If it's down low, then what's it gonna sound? They're like, oh, low. And I'm like, great. And then I just have them trace with their finger while I sing, so they can just see the ups and the downs that go along with it. Again, because it's been a while. After that, I tell them, I'm like, yeah, so this is what we use. Each of these lines and spaces has a letter that goes along with it. I'm not actually introducing the staff this week. We're just, hey, this is what this is. And so I tell them our musical alphabet goes from A to G, and then we sing the musical alphabet song, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, you know, the whole thing, but just A through G, so that they really get in their brain that there are no H's in music class. And after that, then I'll go back to my piano and I will play just the chords along with our song. And so I'm just playing C, F, G, C, C, F, G, C, and I play it 4 times, so 1 for each beat. And then I'll be like, great. So if you look at the board, what do you think this I'm playing over here. And they're like, oh, C and F and G. I'm like, oh, great. And then I'm like, okay, let's see if you could do that. And so I give them all boom whackers because they have the letters on them, and they play along with me. And so we just practice, you know, you do C, 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 F, 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 G, 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 C, C, C. And so we'll do that a couple of times. We can switch boom whackers if, you know, if we have enough time, we can switch and they can do a different one. And so we'll do it with just them playing, we'll do it with singing along with it, and all of these things are, one, getting it in their head, and then also helping them figure out like just kind of the different things. And then along with that, we do a boom whacker play along. Now I couldn't find a good like Hispanic boom whacker play along, so I went with the song Rio, which was like the closest that I could find. This one I like because it has actual like notation, so you can see the quarter and the eighth notes for how long you play them. And I love these boom whacker play alongs. They're really easy. They're like one of my go-tos for like when you just want life to be easy one day. So much fun. The kids love them, and you can switch their boom whackers. So like if you're on C, then you can switch and you can do D, and so it can make it last like forever if you need it to. If you ever have like one of those days where you're like, I just need it to be calm, this is what you want to do. Boom whacker play alongs, and just have them switch to different ones so that they can try things. All right, and that is it for Monday. Then on Tuesday, the kids come in and we play the Sierra Morena game. So for this game, one kid goes in the middle, and they're, oh, I didn't tell you what the words mean. So Sierra Morena means Mount Morena, que vienen bajando is falling down, cuatro borrequitos, 4 little sheep, y un viejo arando, I think that means, and 1 old farmer. Se queman las calabazas means they're burning the pumpkins, so the pumpkins are burning. El que no se abrace se queda de guaje. Whoever is not attached is a squash. So one person's the squash is in the middle, and everyone else walks around the circle, and this is a partner sealing game. So at the end you have to stand next, I tell them because they're in 5th grade, I'm like, you don't have to touch anyone, you just have to stand next to them, and the person in the middle has to seal someone's partner, so they have to find a partner, and whoever's left over is the squash. They're in the middle the next time. I wasn't too sure whether the kids would like this. I really did it mostly because I was like, I want them to have something where they can move around, but they have really loved it, and I've even had some classes request it during game time on Friday. So that is like gold star for Sierra Morena. They have loved it, so highly recommend this one. With that, after we do that, then we'll I'll have them sit down and sing and play the beat along with it again, and then I will play the melody on the xylophone so that they can hear what it sounds like. And then I'm like, great, we're gonna do 2 different things. Number 1 is you're going to play the xylophone with the Sierra Morena song, which is part of why we did this, so that they could get it in their brain, because I sing it like 20,000 times. And so I split the group in half, and half of them are on the xylophones, and I just give them a printout of the rhythm with the letters underneath it. So it's I think it's G, G, F, E, 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 A, G, F, F. I'm really impressed with myself for remembering that. So it just has the rhythm and the letters underneath it, and so they just have to figure out, you know, how to play that. And I like the xylophones because it has the letters on there. So again, we're working on that musical alphabet, just kind of figuring it out, and the more that they explore it, the more they understand, you know, the ups and the downs and all of that good stuff. So they have really loved this. Some of them have chosen to work in partners. I don't make them work in partners, they don't want to, but a couple of them have done that, and they've been really into it. And I tell them to do 1 line at a time, and then once they get that, they can go to the next one. They get so excited. They're like, Miss Davis, come listen to mine. I'm like, okay, cool. So that's been a huge hit. The other half of the group is creating their own song on the glockenspiel. So they have the glockenspiels. Yes, it gets quite loud. And so I have them put the rhythms in little boxes and then put the letters underneath it. So they're just creating their own, and then they have the glockenspiel so they can play it and decide what they want to, you know, their song to be. And this has gotten glowing reviews. I asked them actually at the end of class last week, I was like, what was your favorite thing? And they were like, making up my own music. I was like, okay, cool. So they've been really loving that, and it's another good way for them to, you know, get stuff out. My goal this year is to do a lot more composition, a lot more improvisation, like those kind of things, to really make sure the kids are making music as much as possible, and also trying to get them to work on their own. So this is great because it's like, here, let's play this game, now go work on your own, so that they are becoming much more independent. On Wednesday, we finish the Mexican hat dance, and so we learn the other parts of it. And then after that, we listen to a Hispanic song. I've been picking kind of different ones every time, but I've really loved Celia Cruz, La Vida es un Carnaval. It's so much fun and the kids love it. And up on the screen, I just put different rhythms. So I have like quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes. I think those are the only 3 I was using. And the kids get rhythm sticks and then they play along with it. So if it's quarter notes, then they'll play, and then I'll switch it to eighth notes and they have to, and then I'll switch to half notes and they ta on the rhythm sticks. Really simple and really fun, and the kids have loved that. And then after that, we're going to the song Vamos a la Mar, which is a really fun one, and that one goes, Vamos a la mar, tum tum, a comer pescado, tum tum, boca colorada, tum tum, fritito y asado, tum tum. I will link a video all about Vamos a la mar down below. And for this one, they are using those same rhythm sticks to play just the tum tum part at first, and then I'll have them add different ostinati along with it. And then after that, we do our little improvisation extension where we'll sing, and then at the end, someone says, let's go to the ocean to see, and then they get to pick an ocean animal. So let's go to the ocean to see an octopus, and we play that on our rhythm sticks. After that, pick up the rhythm sticks, and the kids are creating their own rhythms. So I give them, this is actually what my 4th graders were doing. They get some different ocean animals, so they're just like little printouts of, you know, like turtle and octopus and different things, and they can do either in groups or alone. They make a pattern with the ocean animals and then put the rhythms that match. So if it's octopus, then they would find ti-ti-ta to go underneath it, so the rhythms and the words match. And I walk around and I notate, okay, cool, you know how to do this, you know how to do this, so I can kind of gauge, you know, where we are with rhythms. For the most part, I've found that they have figured out quarter, eighth notes, and half notes. On Thursday, I don't think I've had any Thursday classes because you never have a full week in elementary music. So on Friday, we're pulling out A La Lata, which is a really fun little, which is a really fun jumping game. So it goes a la lata, al latero, a la hija de chocolatero, a la lima, al limón, a la hija de Don Simón. So it's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 in a line. They go back and forth, and that one's really good, and it kind of gets their wiggles out. And then after that, we are playing Vamos a la Mar, the orchestration, and then if they have earned any game time, then they can cash that in and choose a game to play at the end of class on Friday. So that's all I'm doing. My camera battery is flashing at me, which means it's about to turn off, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you would like to see more of these videos, because I make one pretty much every week, and I will see you later. Bye.